Hello everyone, I'm INGL and I'm the creator of the blog Critical Memes.
And I'm Jensen, the creator of the blog Series and Chill.
And welcome to Memes and Chill.
Today, we will talk about some critical memes about the situation that is happening in Puerto Rico.
We'll criticize the strike, our government, the plebiscite, and we'll talk about a little bonus meme at the end. Of course, this will be done while showcasing memes, and it'll start with memes about our current governor. Now, let's talk about Ricardo Rosselló Nevares, president of El Partido No Progresista, also known here as PNP. He is the current governor of Puerto Rico and the son of the ex-governor for the PNPs, Pedro Rosselló. Pedro Rosselló governed Puerto Rico during 1992 to the year 2000, and he contributed to many projects like el Tren Urbano, el Centro de Convención de Puerto Rico, el Coliseo de Puerto Rico, Choliseo, el Superacueducto del Norte, which is a project designed to lessen the crisis of the supply of water in the Área Metropolitana, Ruta Número 10, that connects the north and south areas, the acquisition of new boats for transportation between the municipalities of Vieques and Culebra Islands, and granting more than 1.5 million of health cards to Puerto Ricans of scarce resources, among others. However, all of his great works were financed by immemorable loans, which increased the country's public debt by 12,874 million, which, believe it or not, is the equivalent today to 25,284 million. Now, well, what's there to be said about our current governor? Truth be told, not too many good things. His first 100 days haven't really been the best. Not sure if I should compare them to the 100 days of another certain person who is currently the face of the USA. Anyhow, the strike which involved the University of Puerto Rico could be one of Ricky's doings. The governor was supposed to make a fiscal plan, which he did, and it got passed. But wait, it turns out that plan wanted to cut a lot of money from the university, money in which the university apparently didn't have. To make matters worse, the amount of money that was due got even bigger. Of course, the students were happy and they went on strike, but that's going to be discussed later. Now for the memes. Given Ricky's performance, memes like this have appeared and like this. So now I'm wondering, where's the change that I was supposedly promised? I'm really sick and tired of this supposed change, which has really turned into a norm. If the PNP screw up, a Popular gets elected, and vice versa. This has gone on and on and on. That doesn't change, people. It's the same lather, rinse, repeat. You want change? Try voting for the third or fourth option for once. Jesus! You know what? Before I lose my cool, let's move on towards the next topic.
On February 23rd, 2017, there was a massive and firm protest in front of the capital of Puerto Rico against the $300 million cuts to the Universities of Puerto Rico annual budget. Budget cuts proposed by the governor of Puerto Rico, Ricky Rosselló, and accepted by the Board of Fiscal Supervision in order to reduce expenses for Puerto Rico's fiscal plan. Students, families, and teachers gathered to fight for the student rights and the education for new entry students in the UPR system. The Rio Piedras campus was the first to go on strike. On March 31st, a group of students of Rio Piedras made a march in front of the Puerto Rico's Convention Center, place where the Board of Fiscal Supervision had business meetings. Meanwhile, 5 students of the Law School of Rio Piedras demanded the institution in court in order to open the gates of Rio Piedras. For the great bravery of the students, the Senate of Puerto Rico gave them a medal. Since the protest had no effect on the change of decision by the governor, on April 5th, a General Students' Assembly was made, where 8 campuses of the UPR decided to go in an indefinite systematic strike to fight against the budget cuts. The next day, the University of Puerto Rico at Maya West had an emergency students' assembly to decide if they were going to join the systematic strike. The assembly ended up being a historic one. with a participation of almost 49% of the students' population in the campus. The only two campuses that didn't join the systematic strike were UPR Medical Science Campus and UPR Aguadilla. The crazy day of April 27, a huge group of fearless and reckless students entered the central administrative offices of the UPR and caught the interim president with the other members of the university governing board in the middle of a business meeting concerning the status of the UPR. The students forced the interim president to sign agreements like declining the possibility of budget cuts, no increases in the tuition, not retaliating with the students protesting on the strike, her resignation, among others. All of these agreements written on a piece of paper towel. Unfortunately, the agreements were not met, and the students were indicted by the University Governing Board in court. May 1st, International Workers' Day. Many public sectors, from the Aqueduct and Sewer Association, the Electric Power Authority, Teachers Association of Puerto Rico, students and professors of the UPR system, among others, walked and protested at the Golden Mile in Atorrey, Puerto Rico's banking zone. The protest went great. The people claimed were made civilized, until when the manifestation ended and masked people started breaking windows and vandalizing nearby buildings. Surprisingly, the police never intervened with the masked people and just retrieved from the scene. Then the SWAT came along and ended with the vandals. At the end of the day, people got injured, but most important, the image of the UPR students was stained. After that day, every masked person in a protest was a vandal UPR student, or how they say in Puerto Rico, un pelú encapuchado. At the end of the day, the UPR was left to die, since the governor didn't want to decline the budget cuts or find new economic solutions for the university's budget, and no one wanted to take care of the front office. The students only had two choices: open the gates or walk the plank and sink the whole boat with them. Days later, on May 30, the campus of Maya West, Calle, and Utuado decided to open their gates. Maya West campus leaving the indefinite strike with no pre-agreements, and leaving his brother Rio Piedras alone. Along came the campuses of Ponce and Bayamón, who also left the indefinite strike. The only two survivors were Rio Piedra and Humacao campus, but Rio Piedras ended the strike on June 5th. At the end, the Little Owl, Humacao campus, was the only one on strike, until June 7th. The Huelga Histórica ended. Some may say that did not have any effect. I say that the reunion with the Board of Fiscal Supervision, the May 1st manifestation, and O'Neill leaving his position were great success. To wrap it up, the UPR system began its classes, and now everyone is having a wonderful summer.
Okay, on to the third topic, the plebiscite. Now, to start this topic, let me just say that the plebiscite is a legal process in which a vote towards a law or a special case is presented towards the state. In this case, it's about if Puerto Rico will actually be a state in the U.S., go independent, or continue as we are. This has created many memes, pretty much showcasing what people think Puerto Rico or its people will be like if we become a state. Some of these are funny, but I feel like some of them are sort of like insults. What can I say about this topic? Well, I find it dumb. Not to say the idea of becoming a state is dumb, it's just because of everything I hear from different people. Their ideas about how things will just magically get better if statehood's chosen. How if not chosen, then Puerto Rico is pretty much screwed if it goes independent, etc., etc. Newsflash! That's not how things work. Things will magically change like in the memes. Even if the people choose for statehood to win, which they did, we won't immediately become the state numero 51. You see, the US has to decide if they'll accept the plebiscite, and chances for that are actually low. Thing is, Puerto Rico becoming a state creates more seats in the government, in Congress. Seats from minority states tend to go towards the Democrats. I could be wrong, but either way, that's something Republicans obviously don't want. Especially with the special 2018 elections coming up, the midterms, where the current 435 seats are on the line. This holds some truth to it since the Trump administration practically forced the option of staying as a Commonwealth into this year's plebiscite. Who knows? Maybe Puerto Rico will be a state by the time this video gets released. I find that difficult, but if the Republicans want to prove me wrong, then please, by all means, prove me wrong. If we become a state, then I sincerely hope things do get better. If not, then this is probably what will happen with the plebiscite.
Aníbal Acevedo Vilá, or how I call him, Tío Aníbal, is a lawyer and a politician from the Popular Democratic Party. Was member of the Representatives of Puerto Rico in 1993 to 2001, Resident Commissioner of Puerto Rico in Washington, D.C. in 2002 to 2005, and the 8th Governor of Puerto Rico from 2005 to 2009. Aníbal is not famous for the things he did as Governor of Puerto Rico. Mostly, he had federal court cases and added $15,995 million to Puerto Rico's public debt. Not a good stat for the resume of a politician. But his fame comes from one special photo taken in the Puerto Rico famous Fiestas de la Calle de San Sebastián of 2017, where we can see the ex-governor very drunk and a little bit lost. From that point on, the bullying began. The first meme made was related to the shooting that happened in La Sanse 2017, where a tourist was shot in the back. The people nearby that heard the bullet shots ran from the scene like crazy. But there was Tío Aníbal, who didn't hear a thing. Another famous version of the meme is, "Si saben cómo me pongo, ¿pa' qué me invitan?" Perfect for that one friend who has a low alcohol resistance. As we can see from many social media sites, people have loved the meme of Aníbal, and have been very creative with him, since he can fit anywhere. Like being in the Delta Airlines incident, watching your back while you pee in the parking of Plaza Las Américas in el Festival de la Salsa, next to el viejo que por poco nos hace perder el juego de pelota, with Residente Calle 13 resting tempo, hanging with Jolian, being the godfather of Ricky's new baby, doing a cameo for La Comay at Off the Wall Bar, and even photobombing one of her classmates' videos. Many more of these have come. Aníbal also has been spotted in some public manifestations, such as the destruction of Popular Center next to Monitoreame Esta, the manifestation at the Capitol, supporting the release of Oscar Lopez next to Nivea in the breaking of the students at the central offices of the UPR, and even protesting in the front doors of Bacardi Brewery. Another special ability of Aníbal is that he can time travel, like he was at the end of World War II, shaking hands with Kennedy, helped Columbus discover America, and played in El Batey with the Taínos. He was able to do all of these adventures because he knew Doc and Marty McFly, which is also explains how he was in DC's Wonder Woman, became a legend, won the game, and led the empire. His figure has become so iconic that people sell his cup. Funko made him a pop, and we will have him in our Marbete. Aníbal has become a master of the cup, an idol of the Puerto Rican meme. From Aníbal, we have learned that party is forever. Being lost is okay, and he will be by your side in moments most needed.
Well, everyone, the bonus topic was the last topic, and God knows that if I keep on talking about this, I'm going to lose my sanity, so...
We finished! I would like to thank the Department of CREAT, Arlene, for letting us use their equipment, Camille, Jorge, and Marilu for being our camera and director staff.
And thanks everyone for tuning in. Bye!
Bye!